Well, sorry about that. I had to make a second video. Somebody called my phone and cut my camera out. But the John Cena AJ Styles match was so far the best match on the card. It was brutal. They did their finishers on each other, God knows, half a dozen times. But as I predicted, to the joy of the WWE Universe, AJ Styles beat John Cena cleanly in the middle of the ring for the second time in 2 months. Like I said, it was an excellent match. This match and Sasha Banks and Charlotte, if you haven't seen them, you need to go see it. I don't know if this means anything, but after the match, John Cena just kind of sat there, crumpled over, and he took off his Never Give Up bandana or headband, looked at it for a little bit, kissed it, and left it in the middle of the ring and kind of walked up the ramp in a pitiful stupor. So I don't know if that means anything. Maybe he's turning heel. Wouldn't that be great? I don't see it happening, but maybe. Because he usually doesn't leave his garb behind, his uniform. But I don't know. I thought I'd mention that. Next match is The Club, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows versus New Day. Jon Stewart was out in the ring first to introduce New Day. He was saying he was becoming the third member since Big E's out. I thought he was going to be involved in the match, but I don't see him at ringside anymore, so I guess he left, which is good. Screw him. As I predicted, this is going to be the end of the New Day run, or tag team title run anyway, not the end of them. But it just started, so we'll see what happens. So, you know, I don't know how they can keep saying New Day is the longest reigning tag team champions in WWE history. And I was always shaking my head. I'm like, what happened to Demolition? And they just brought Demolition up in this thing. They said Demolition has a tag team championship run of 452 days, so how does New Day beat them and become the longest reigning champions? This is day 300 right here, or whatever they said it was, 365. So, I don't know, I thought that was a nice little tidbit. Well, I blinked and missed it, and I'm not messing around with my remote for my Xbox to try to rewind it, because it'll just jack up the pay-per-view, and I'll end up jumping around on it, not being able to get back. But somehow New Day won. I don't know if it was because of Big E's interference, because, yeah, he made a comeback at the end of the match when Gallows and Anderson had Kofi and Xavier laid out and beat down. And Jon Stewart tried to save him. And then all of a sudden, Big E came running out and jumped in the match. And I don't know. I must have missed the bell ring or a pin or what, and they were holding the belts. So maybe I'm thinking they lost, or they lost by DQ, but they get to hold the belts. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Like I said, I blinked and missed it. Next match, I guess, is Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler. They're already shooting promos for it, so. Seems a little odd, though, if this is going on until 11 or 10 or, I don't know. We'll see. Ziggler, once again, has new ring gear. He totally stepped away from the Shawn Michaels-esque stuff that he's been wearing recently. He basically just has like a shiny silver, shiny gray pants or whatever, with the American flag and like these buckle things all wrapped around it. It's different, but I thought I'd mention that. Of course, Ambrose is just wearing his pants and a wife beater. And I think I predicted Ziggler for some reason on this. We'll have to see. Well, I think I had wishful thinking more than anything, thinking that Ziggler was going to beat Ambrose. They had a good match. But it just didn't happen. Ambrose came out on top. The next match is the women's tag team match. And of course, because Eva Marie is out of it, it was either going to be a 2-on-3 handicap, or they were going to find a replacement. And the rumors were swirling almost instantly on who it would be. I mean, it sure as hell isn't going to be, I can't even think of her name. But it was Nikki Bella. Woo! So she's back. We'll have to see what she looks like in her debut back. Well, I know when I originally gave my predictions on this, Eva Marie was still supposed to be in the match. And I predicted Becky Lynch's side to win, because I figured Eva Marie was going to take off, or fake an injury, or something like that. And of course, I didn't know Nikki Bella was going to replace her. But Nikki Bella got the win. She didn't really do much in this match. She got the last tag in on her team. Basically, it was Alexa Bliss and Natalya, and she got the hot tag at the end, and she pinned Carmella with her. I think it was a new finisher, but it was still a shoulder-type move like she had before. It wasn't the boob buster or whatever the hell her move was. But she got the pin on her debut back, so. But her team won. Natalya, Bliss, and Nikki Bella. Okay, I don't get this at all, because now it's Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. But I'm thinking, I'm like, what happened to the Sheamus Cesaro match? And what happened to the Rusev, who the hell was he fighting again? Rusev Reigns match. Those two matches are... I didn't blink and miss them. Did they get kicked off the card? Granted, there's still an hour left in this pay-per-view, right? 7 to 8, 9... Yeah. Oh. Wow. 7 to 8, 8 to 9. Oh, no, there's still an hour left. Well, anyway, they debuted the new title, and the new title looks like all the other titles, except it's red. Woo! Stupid. It's so dumb. I don't like the title. I don't like the women's title, because they made it look like the men's. I'm like, where's the originality? And it's the fact that it's red makes me think Finn Balor's winning. But I'm watching Balor's entrance. I was looking into the camera, though. Somehow he was hovering or flying when he first came out. At least that's what it looked like. This is the match I'm waiting for. This should be phenomenal. I just wish I would have gotten to see Finn Balor in NXT before he came up, but never happened. And this one I know was a head scratcher. I think I said I'd like to see Finn Balor win, but I just don't. Now I think he's going to win because the belt's red. And they've given him a much better entrance here than he had on Raw the other night. With the smoke and the actual colors, or the lighting and stuff. But I know I said I picked Rollins to win, because I didn't see them really strapping the rocket onto Finn Balor like this straight out the gate and give him the title, but I think he's going to win it now. Like I said, because the belt is red. But I guess it doesn't mean anything, because like I said, the titles both look the same like the SmackDown one. So if it came out black, it would look just like Ambrose's title. That's what I'm like, what? It's the same title. So, I don't know. We'll see. Well, I wasn't wrong. The new shiny He-Man Masters of the Universe belt goes to Finn Balor. If you watched my prediction video, I did say I find it a little odd that they're going to stick the title on Rollins for the 4th time in a year. But this is kind of not a head scratcher, but it's definitely a head turner. I guess they're strapping the rocket to Finn Balor, shaking up the main event scene. That's for damn sure. But like I said, I do not like the belt. The belt is stupid. It looks like every other belt. What do they have a deal on ugly belts? I'm like, who's making these things? At least maybe he can put his own spin on it when he gets his side plates and all that, but I don't know. Why do you keep making the same belt? It's just dumb. But that's it, man. Finn Balor beat Seth Rollins. He's the Universal Champion, WWE Universal Champion, in a really good match. I will say that. So that's it. If you like what you saw, hit like, leave a comment, subscribe, come back for more. Yada yada yada. Mad Viking out.